Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Today on General Hospital, Mac is moved when he witnesses Cody save James, Laura gets a call about Lulu, and Jason gets to the pharmacist, who confesses all about Sunny's meds. All products and services featured are independently chosen by editors. However, Soaps.com may receive a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may receive certain auditable data for accounting purposes. At the boathouse, Mac arrives as Cody pulls James out of the water. Mac asks James if he is okay. James says, "Cody saved me." Mac says he can see that. Sasha, Maxie, and Felicia arrive. Maxie hugs her son and tells him he can't keep running away. She asks her mom to text Spinelli to let him know James is safe. James explains he wouldn't have run away if he got to keep taking lessons with Cody. Maxie says that he can take lessons, but he's grounded for 2 weeks. James asks why she changed her mind. Maxie says she made a mistake forbidding him from seeing Cody. Mac interrupts and says, "It wasn't your mom's mistake, it was mine." Mac tells James that his feelings were hurt and he was angry, so he took it out on Cody. However, that only hurt James in the process. James asks his grandfather why he was mad at Cody. Mac tells James that Cody is his son. James asks, "Does that make Cody my uncle?" James looks over at Cody, who says it does. James thinks this is cool. He asks his mom if that means Cody is her brother, and she says yes. James asks Mac why this made him mad. Mac explains that he only just found out that Cody is his son, but it reminded him that family always forgives and loves one another, even if they are mad at each other. James hugs Cody and welcomes him to the family. Maxie hugs Mac and says she's proud of him. Maxie thanks Cody, and she and the boy leave to get James into dry clothes. Mac tells Cody his gratitude towards him knows no bounds. Cody jokes he sounds like Spinelli, the son he never had. Mac says he has a son, and Cody says he has a dad. They embrace. Cody and Sasha return to the stables. She asks if he is okay. Cody can't stop thinking, what if he didn't get to the boathouse in time? Sasha says she got there, he saved James, and something beautiful came out of it. He says, "I got a father." She notes, "You got a whole family." She asks how it feels. He admits it's like nothing he's ever felt until now. Sasha and Cody passionately kiss. Back at the boathouse docks, Felicia asks Mac if he's happy. He is, and says she was right. She laughs, she's always right. They kiss. Anna arrives at Laura's office, per her invite. Laura explains they have a meeting with the new WSB station chief. Laura knows she recently arrested him. Anna explains Brennan's been acquitted and is now a fully accredited agent again. And they'll likely get no more explanation on that from the WSB. Brennan arrives, and Laura explains that she arranged this meeting because they all have common interests. Laura cuts to the chase and thinks they have a unique opportunity here with Anna and Brennan's shared history and skill sets. She wants them to locate Valentine Cassadine. Anna says the FBI is looking for him, and this is beyond her reach. Brennan notes that the WSB tries not to interfere with the FBI's cases. Laura is concerned because Valentine has her granddaughter. Anna reassures her that Valentine would never put Charlotte in danger. They are interrupted when Laura gets a call. Something has come up, and she excuses herself for a moment. Once alone, Anna accuses Brennan of hiding Valentine. He says she has no proof, and that she could always confess to Laura that she helped Valentine escape. Laura returns and wonders what she missed. Brennan says they were talking about jurisdictions. He says he needs to be going. However, he'd love to meet with Laura and hear some of her stories as her reputation precedes her. Brennan departs, and Laura notes Brennan is charming, which concerns her. She wonders if Brennan already knows where Valentine is. Suddenly, Laura gets a call and is shocked. She says she'll be there right away. Anna asks if everything is okay. Laura reveals it's Lulu. At the hospital, Alexis helps Christina get dressed as she's being discharged. Christina knows she's not in a good mood, and instead of being happy to leave, she has realized walking out the door means her life starts over again, but without her baby. Alexis offers Christina a key to her place to give to Blaze so she can visit. Christina thanks her mom, but says it's unnecessary. Christina explains that Allison went on tour, and she pushed her to go, as she is not in a good place, and can't be anything to anyone. Alexis says she's something pretty big to her. More, Bradford Anderson's daughters make General Hospital appearance. Dr. Navarro enters with the results of Christina's discharge examination. She says so far, her uterus and ovaries look good, and she should make a full recovery. She sees no reason she can't have a child in the future. Dr. Navarro leaves, and Christina wonders what full recovery means. Alexis says it means her body will heal. Christina asks, "What about the rest of me?" Alexis says that will take time, but her heart will get better too. Curtis and Stella chat in a meeting room. He thanks Stella for walking them through the paperwork to plan a baby's funeral. Stella wants to help TJ and Molly in any way she can. Stella has most of it handled. Now it's just the birth certificate that needs to be finalized. TJ arrives and finds out that Molly isn't here yet. He says Molly can catch up, and they should get started. Stella explains that they need a name for the birth certificate, but TJ says they never landed on one. Stella suggests they just use Lansing Ashford for now. Molly soon arrives and apologizes for being late, as she had a meeting with her boss. Molly is brought up to speed, and TJ feels they still need to name their baby. Stella says they can use their last names and decide on a name later. She explains her sister Irene always had a knack for being the calm in the storm, and she'd say that life goes on, even in the face of the most difficult of tragedies. She says it's so important for couples going through something this profound to hold on to one another. Stella and Curtis leave to give them a moment alone. TJ has issues with Molly being late. Molly tells TJ she's been trying to throw herself into her work to forget, but nothing helps. She says she even confronted Ava, who wouldn't confess. And even if she did, their baby is still gone. Back in Christina's room, Alexis hoped Molly would be here today. She asks if Christina has seen Molly lately. Christina has, and she tells her about their visit and how she recounted what happened between her and Ava. She says Molly was appalled and furious, especially after seeing the photos. Scott meets with Clement in a warehouse and tells him he's here to help him escape Sunny, who probably wants him dead. He tells Clement that he'll get them some snacks as they are taking a ride out to Spoon Island. At her gallery, Kate tells Ava they can spin the story in those photos any way they want, especially when the victim is a federal witness. She reminds him only one person went through the window. Kate tells her to hear him out. The photos show her defending herself from Christina attacking her. Also, it is clear Christina was in a rage. It is written all over her face. He suggests Christina came there that day to shut Ava up permanently, which is a criminal conspiracy to protect her father and attempted murder. At Sunny's place, Jason warns Sunny that if he kills Kate's, there will be no coming back from taking out an FBI agent. Sunny feels he'll have no choice if Jagger forces his hand. Sunny knows Jagger won't stop going through the people he loves to get to him, and he won't wait for him to make the next move. Jason gets a call from Brick and relays that Scott has gone to a part of town he shouldn't be in. Sunny assumes Scott went after the pharmacist and asks Jason to bring Clement to him. He needs to get to General Hospital as Christina's being discharged. Jason arrives at the warehouse and finds Clement before Scotty can get back to him. Scott drops the bag of snacks he brought and runs. Clement asks if Jason is with the FBI. Jason states he works to Sunny. Clement promises to do whatever they want, crying he has a family and wants to live. Jason asks who paid him to tamper with Sunny's meds. Was it Ava? Clement explains he had interactions with Ava, and somehow she found out Sunny was getting only a fraction of his medications. He admits she later told him to reduce it to 0. Jason wants the name of who initially paid him to tamper with the meds. Clement finally confesses it was Valentine Cassadine. Back at the gallery, Scott calls Kate's and informs him that Jason has Clement. Ava is irate, as she'll be Sunny's next stop. Kate says not if he has anything to say. He orders Ava to stay here and walks out. Sunny arrives at the hospital. Alexis is still with Christina, and he asks if she's ready to leave. Christina asks her mom for a seltzer so she can have a moment with her dad. Alexis leaves, and Sunny asks how she's feeling. Christina wants an update on Ava. Sunny says Ava is alive, and it's going to stay that way. He explains that eliminating Ava is not the only way to balance the scales. Christina wants her dead. Sunny tells Christina to trust him as he doesn't want Ava's death on her heart or her conscience. In the halls, Curtis tells Stella he thinks she's helped bring TJ and Molly back together. Stella just hopes TJ and Molly remember why they fell in love and why they've stayed together. When they learn to lean on and support one another, that's when the healing begins. Elsewhere, Alexis runs into Molly. Alexis says Christina is being released and assumes that's why she's there. Molly explains she came to see TJ and Stella to process the baby's birth certificate. Molly states she must get back to the office. Alexis asks if she doesn't want to say hello to Christina. Molly doesn't think that's a good idea. They sit down and Molly vents her baby died because Christina had to confront Ava. Molly says if Christina showed some restraint, then Christina wouldn't be here and her baby would be alive. Alexis gets it. When tragedy occurs, you want to blame someone. Alexis says that sometimes there are no answers, you can't logic your way out of it, and sometimes you just have to feel the grief. Alexis wishes she could make sense of this, but advises her not to direct her grief at the person feeling the same way she is. TJ arrives at the gallery and tells Ava it was time they spoke. He has heard from Christina how his child died, and now he wants to hear it from her. Ava says what happened was a terrible and tragic accident. She says she is sorry for his loss. TJ wants to know what happened. Ava explains that Christina showed up at her suite angry that she'd been subpoenaed. She threatened her and said if she didn't withdraw the subpoena, she'd be sorry. Christina kept coming at her, and she tried not to engage. TJ asks if Ava is saying Christina's falling was her own fault. Back at the hospital, Alexis and Molly continue to talk when Sunny wheels Christina out of her room. Suddenly, Kate arrives and announces that Christina is under arrest. Next on General Hospital, Cody and Sasha get passionate again, and he asks if this is okay with her. Violet and Tracy, dressed in riding gear, search the stables for someone. Molly tells Jordan she's starting to think Ava isn't responsible for Christina's fall. Laura tells Dante that something's not right with Lulu. Jason asks Anna when they find Valentine if she's going to warn him again. Kate tells Sunny, I got the FBI behind me. What do you have?